Okay, so going to do a quick recap of where you guys were before. So you guys were in, I believe it was Nightfall, and
Yeah.
you guys were assisting. Well, actually, I should say Spike and Leonardo went out just to kind of do some R&R. Unfortunately, they kind of got wrapped into some seedy underbelly of the city, and were tasked with retrieving an individual named Ghost and delivering him to the boss called Big E. You guys ended up finding him in the casino. You tried to get him out of the casino, but the casino boss turns out Ghost also owed him money. So the casino boss took him into his office. You guys decided that it wasn't worth the trouble trying to get Ghost back to Big E. So you left him with the casino boss and just went back to the ship. Didn't even tell Big E what happened or anything like that. So that's kind of
No.
where we're leaving off right now.
I'm sure that's not going to come back to bite us later.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh,
It'll be fine.
So yeah, we're gonna say that Dee Dee's character is still on a pilgrimage. She said she's gonna meet you guys up later, and also we'll say David's character Leonardo is just kind of like drinked himself into a stupor and is currently nursing a significant hangover. So he will not be leaving the ship. He's got to take some Alka-Seltzer tablets and relax a little bit. So
Okay.
where we are continuing off is Silas. That was your character's name, right, Cody?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Silas ended up speaking to a southern gentleman named the Colonel, and the Colonel has provided you guys with some cargo to take to a distant planet. Um, if I remember correctly, that planet is Amarath. Yes, Amarath. So Amarath is a lush biome. This planet has become well known for its pharmaceutical research and manufacturing. Many of the regions of the planet are well tended, and due to comprehensive attentions of the Guild, the garden city of Rost is a perennial bloom. Warm, gentle rains come frequently. Deep forests hide some pirate layers, and mendicant temples amid the overgrown ruins. So that's essentially what you guys will be getting into. That's the plant you're heading to drop off this cargo, which is about 50 head of cattle. Your cargo space is significantly crowded because of all these cattle. Silas, you're obviously taking special care to make sure not to spook the livestock too much while you're traveling in space. Cattle aren't really used to traveling, from planet to planet, so they could easily spook and cause significant damage to the ship if they start to stampede. So I would say like you are pretty familiar with transportation of livestock, but not necessarily this amount or this size of livestock. Like maybe like lambs and goats, something smaller in nature, but
Like
not so
chicken.
much cows.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Right.
So, I believe I remember what we were gonna do with Jesus' character. So, essentially, what you did, Jesus, is you were kind of looking at the ship bays, trying to decide what kind of ship you wanted to sneak yourself onto, and during the time where Silas was talking to the colonel, you managed to sneak around him into the ship and find yourself a nice little dark corner to hide in while they loaded up all the cattle. So, right now, you are inside the cargo bay of the ship surrounded by cows. So, I'm just going to start you off in there.
Mm.
So, Silas is driving the ship. Spike, what are you up to right now?
Um, I tend to hit things, so probably keeping an eye on the cows.
Okay.
I'm a bit worried about them.
It's too bad there's not like an animal handling check.
Mm. Or probably just as well there isn't.
Fair enough.
Considering we haven't got one.
Man, the cows to be calm.
Yeah, you were given feed to give them, and a majority of the cows seem to be just eating the feed in the troughs provided, as well as fresh water that they gave you to use. So they have like maybe like a 5 to 10 gallon tank that you just like hook a hose up to and just like pour into the trough nearby to keep them hydrated.
Yeah, if any of them get lively, I'll do that Crocodile Dundee thing.
Well, you're gonna wrestle it?
No, you should put your 2 fingers on its head and goes, so it calms down.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that could work. Okay, so Spike, let's see. I want you to make a. Let's do a study check. It'll be a 1d6 unless you want to exert yourself in any way. You're just kind of like glancing over the cattle right now, just looking at them. Not really looking for anything in particular.
I'll just do. I'm not going to do position and all that. I'll just do it.
Yeah.
I can't wait for these cows to actually be mutant cows.
Oh man. Okay. So you.
It's a 3.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
not
3.
terrible.
And
you fail.
Jesus. So what I want you to do is I want you to open up your character sheet. So yours is Corvax, correct?
Yeah, that one's mine.
Okay. So I want you to roll your skulk, please. So all you have
You
to
said
do
roll
is,
skulk.
Yeah.
So just click it.
Yeah, you just click it. It's going to be standard.
It just gives me risky, controlled, or desperate.
So
Controlled?
risky.
Risky.
Yeah.
Oh, and then effect is standard. Okay.
Yeah, effective standard. Okay. You stay well hidden. So Spike, you do not notice anyone in the ship. Even if you were to suspect anyone, you were not able to see anything. So
All right.
I'm probably not expecting anything.
You're not. Yeah, that's what I said. You're just like casually glancing over the herd.
I just want to say, it would be hilarious if we get through the entire thing and then Keith's character stays completely undetected and we just accidentally bump the crew.
Yeah,
This
it's
meticulous planning.
It's got to go to the toilet sometime.
Yeah.
True.
So you guys end up getting about part way, but there seems to be something on your radar right now, Silas, and that is a ion storm that's coming up. Too big to go around. You're gonna have to go through it.
You know, last time we went through something, half the fucking ship broke. But all right, let's roll.
Yeah, but those were big rocks.
Yeah, what sort of state is the ship in now?
She's fully repaired.
Your ship is fully
fully
repaired.
repaired.
Yeah. Also, I should take into account that your upkeep costs. I believe I've already taken those off. Let me just double check.
Yeah, I believe you did.
Well, I've got no money left.
If anything, we'd have 1 money.
Yeah, you have 1 money right now. So you're still in the black, but barely.
Just about, yeah.
You guys are going to get 2 cred from delivering the cargo, plus another cred because you're delivering cargo. So you get 3 cred for finishing the delivery. So you guys are still going to have a little extra after this. Yeah.
You'd think.
Yeah. Also, I will say that before Leonardo went into a drunken stupor, he heard the type of cargo that you guys had. So I am going to say you have reinforced cargo hull. So that'll be like a passive. You guys can now carry something heavier than you normally would be able to. So, for example, if you guys had a vehicle or like an SUV or several vehicles, anything like considered heavy, you guys can now carry without any drag or being slowed down because of the size of the cargo. That'll be like a passive thing that I've given your ship because he did succeed with success on a very risky roll, so he got to like add additional like little extra to the cargo hull when he repaired it. So that'll be that'll be your thing. You guys have been able to carry all these cows because Leonardo reinforced the cargo hull.
Why it's too tight to do anything now.
Yeah. But he's out for the day at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Silas, do you warn anybody else on the crew that you're going to be going through a storm, or are you just like, screw it, I'll just...
Yeah, no, I'll give people the heads up. I pull down like the trucker's radio and just relay to the ship, "Hey, we're going through a ion storm. It might be a bit bumpy. Try not
good.
to." Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Make sure your seatbelt.
Thanks for the warning.
And
So-
then I turn off the radio and get back
I've
to
got
it.
to use voice. Yeah, thanks for the warning.
I will say that Jesus, your character would have heard this over the comms as well because it's all over the ship.
Get up with the cows then and
Yeah, you're
wait
set
out
with
the
the
storm.
cows. I mean, this is the thing. If you want to, you could reveal yourself now, just so you're not in the cargo bay when you're going through the storm, for the off chance that you could be trampled to death. Or if you're fine where you are, you could just stay hidden.
I don't know anything about the people's ship I snuck aboard. I'll probably risk it and stay with the cows.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so Silas, your time to shine. You know ion storms mess with all the electrical in your ship system. So anything that's electrical based will go down. That includes your comms and your jump drive and possibly affect your engine. So if you end up taking damage to your engine, someone is going to have to get up and fix it.
And of course, he decided to take a nap today.
He did. So this is going to be a risky standard.
Gotcha. For helm?
And yes, for helm.
Okay. And then I get ace pilot for the +1.
You do. So you should be able to roll
Okay.
a minimum of 3 dice for this.
B3. Oh, thank God for that there.
Got a 6. Hurrah!
Yep. So you managed to get halfway through the ion storm. But it looks like a couple arcs of lightning are getting a little too close to the ship while you're in this ion storm. So you're going to have to do some fancy maneuvering on this one. This is going to be higher position. So this is going to be a desperate roll that you're going to do. But again, you have a minimum of 3 that you can roll for this. If you want, you can take a 4th by using one of your gambits. You currently have 3 gambits that you can use for this entire session because of Jesus here. He provides an extra one.
I would like to use a gambit one just so that I move it from desperate down to risky, if that's okay with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be a risky roll with 3 dice this time.
Well, would it be 4 because of ace pilot?
Oh, well, you got 3 minimum because of Ace Pilot, and then you used a gambit instead of adding additional die, you used that gambit to reduce it to risky from desperate.
No. When I have punch it, so when you spend a gambit on a desperate roll, it counts as risky instead.
Yeah,
so it just automatically does that.
Oh, okay, so you got punch it, which automatically does it, and then you get the 3 die on top of that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So risky with 3 dice.
Okay, I'll take the 5.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so yeah, you managed to get through without too much damage to the ship, and it's more or less superficial damage than anything else, and the ion storm passes.
And the cows didn't bolt.
And the cows did not bolt. Nope, they kept their calm. He managed to maneuver the ship very well.
Just gonna let out a sigh of relief as to not have to listen to Leonardo yell at me for breaking the ship again.
And just on the safe side, let's go ahead and get you to mark, I believe, 1 XP?
It would be, 1 over in prowess because I got,
Yeah.
or I rolled a desperate.
So, yeah, go ahead and mark down at least 1 bar on your playbook advancement. We'll keep track of that as we go.
Gotcha.
Cool. All right. So, you got through the Ion Storm, and you guys are pretty much got your way to landing the ship at the starport. So, I'll go ahead and bring you over there. Also, I think we should get a little bit of ambience, because it would be nice to have a little sci-fi thing, as long as YouTube is going to cooperate with me today and allow me to run this without saying it's all copywritten BS.
We could have had hillbilly music for the last bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had country music going for a bit, just since we're dropping off, cattle.
Cows, yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. Maybe
I feel like one of the hardest things to do.
No, we don't want any of that junk. It's not going to work because I need SoundCloud for this. So I'm just going to leave it as is for now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So on to the sci-fi ranch here. So you guys land at the starport. The gentleman dressed in ranching clothes, riding horses, and carrying a large couple of semi-truck trailers meet you at the starport, and they tell you that they've expected you from the colonel, and they look at the cattle, and they are happy with how they've been taken care of. They are not malnourished. They're not too skinny. It looks like they got a decent meat on their bones, so they will pay you your 2 credits plus bonus cred for the delivery of this cattle safely to the ranch. And they'll start loading them onto the semi-truck trailers that they have. They will also mention to you that the person that procured these animals has heard of your reputation and has invited you to a ball that he is hosting tonight at his estate, and was wondering if you would be willing to attend, because he does have some work that he would like to ask you to do for him as well. So you choose if you were to choose so.
I just look over at
why not? Why not? Why not, eh?
Okay, cool. Yeah, so then you guys, they'll load up the trucks, or they'll load up the cows on the trucks, and they will issue you 2 invitations, because you're the only 2 that will be able to go this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we get a possible 3rd one for in case Leonardo decides to wake up. And then if he doesn't wake up, then, we just have a 3rd one.
They'll be
For
like,
no
okay, yeah,
particular
if your guy manages to nurse his hangover quick enough, then yeah. So they'll give you a 3rd invitation, but it'll say Leonardo on it.
We can scratch that out.
Yeah.
Well, they won't know. It's just some guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I'm sure it'll work out. Okay. So.
So, first question in my mind is, what's Keith's character called?
Sorry, what was the question?
What's
your character's name is?
Oh.
Jesus or whatever.
Corvax.
Corvax.
Yeah.
Corvax. Okay.
So I will also mention quickly on the invitations, you do see that there is a attire requirement. You have to wear a suit.
A suit?
Yes.
I've never worn a suit. What's wrong with my boiler suit?
I do have a fine coat. Would that qualify?
I mean, fine coat is good, but you're also going to want to like gussy it up with some other clothes. Like you can't wear jeans and a t-shirt with a fine coat. You are going to need to be dressed up, at least a little. It's a semi-formal event, so they are requiring a that kind of tire.
I suppose we could go shopping and get one.
Yeah. So Corvax, what is your character doing while they were unloading the cattle? I'm sorry, I think you were cutting out there.
I'm thinking. So I guess was anyone in the party nearby? Could I have like flipped to a different part of the ship, or do you think I could have like hustled out with the cattle?
I would say that both of them were distracted by the ranchers that were talking to them enough that you could easily have slipped away into some other part of the ship if you chose.
All right. Well, since I did overhear the party invitation, I'll sneak out with them and try to, I guess, creep along the party to join them for the banquet.
Okay.
Figure it might be a good time to maybe get my hands on something or get some good info.
Okay. Yeah, that would work fine. So you're gonna skulk behind them. You're not gonna reveal yourself just yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything to my benefit quite yet, so
Okay.
he wants to linger in the shadows a bit longer. Do you want me to make another skulk roll?
Oh no, not yet. You're good.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
yet.
So Silas and Spike, I'm assuming you guys are gonna go shopping, or are you gonna?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
I don't
Wow.
think I have anything in my attire that qualifies aside from a fine spacesuit, but that doesn't seem appropriate.
it's not a costume party, sadly.
No.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So yeah.
can we hire one?
I mean, maybe. You never know. But you guys can head into town. It's a pretty small town, but there is a tailor that you notice that is open right now. So you guys head into that store, and the gentleman at the counter greets you and asks you how he can help you.
We need what is it? A suit and whatnot for a lovely banquet that we are going to be attending.
Okay, so he'll say, are you looking to rent or buy?
Renting's
Rent.
probably cheaper. Yeah, we'll rent.
Okay. So yeah, he'll say to rent a suit just for the day, it'll be about $150 per suit, and he will show you sort of like the array or attire that is available for rent. These suits are probably at least 20 years old, so they're not new. They're also not in season, but not that either of you would know that. You're just like, oh, look, ruffles. I love it.
Oh, cool.
This
Ruffles.
one's got an ascot.
This is probably what the hoity-toity people wear, right?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, same here. Honestly, I'm just here so that we can hopefully get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the least frilly one that you've got?
So there is, we'll say there's a maybe like a royal blue suit with a white shirt and a bow tie. That is probably the least frou-frou of the bunch. That one has the navy blue ascot with it. And then he's got two others. One that is just covered in ruffles. Looks very Victorian era. It's kind of like a classic look to it. And then the other suit is a bit more modern. This one has sort of like neon green and dark red sort of stripes that kind of like flicker. And it's sort of like a black backdrop. So think of it as like a pinstripe suit, but this one actually like looks like it's shining downwards. So it's like flickers from like a neon green to a dark red at the bottom, just like constantly down.
Oh, very tasteful.
Yeah.
I'll go for the blue one.
The blue one. Okay, so you want the one with the ascot then.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah. And then Silas, do you want the pinstripe one that flashes colors, or do you want the one that looks more sort of like sci-fi Victorian era?
Fuck, they both sound bad. The one that's less shiny.
Okay, that's the one with ruffles.
Fuck it, we ball.
There you go. Okay, so while you guys are picking out your suits, Korvax, you're going to be kind of like peeking in the window. You're going to say, "Oh, they're getting their suits, so you're probably going to need one as well." You don't have a lot of money on you, but you probably have just enough to rent the third suit that's available. Again, these are all the suits that this tailor has are all form fitted to your body as soon as you put them on, so you don't have to worry about looking too big or too small on you. It'll just automatically just fit itself to you. So as soon as you put it on, he pushes like a little insert, like a little button on the inside of the lapel for each of the suits that go right to your body for very form fitting. You can breathe, but it's kind of tight.
Oh, I can't wait to get my overalls back on.
Yeah.
I guess I'll wait for them to kind of shuffle out and then go in and rent the third one.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, Silas and Spike, you guys pay for your suit rentals and you shuffle out. And Korvax, you walk in and get the last suit. That's the pinstripe one that just kind of like flashes colors. Not
Hey, I'm
as
down with that.
not as inconspicuous as you would have liked, but literally that's the only suit left. Okay. So yeah, you guys take your invitations back to the ship. The third invitation you have for Leonardo, unfortunately, it looks like he is not going to be making it. So do you just leave the invitation on the ship with him in case he wakes up, or do you just take it with you just in case?
I think we should just leave it on the ship.
Yeah.
Write a note that says if you're gonna come, then get a suit.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, there's one suit left.
Yeah. And
Yeah, unfortunate that there's one suit left.
that's too bad. Yeah. So yeah, you guys just leave the invitation next to his dresser drawer, and then you guys head out of the ship. And Korvax, you wait for them to leave, and you will need to roll your skulk as they leave, because obviously they're going to close up the ship and lock it. So you're going to have to sneak by them to get back in. This is going to be a risky roll that you do for that.
Sorry, my character was still wearing their armor. Since I'm at the ship, should I have that like removed?
I would assume that you're still wearing the same clothes that you snuck on the ship with. You haven't had a chance to change yet.
Okay, I'll leave that. And then you said risky?
Yes. Okay. So,
That's Sway.
oh yeah, you
Oh,
want
it
you
was.
want Skulk.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Same result.
So, Silas and Spike, you guys are just leaving the ship, and you start to walk away.
Oh, are we allowed to carry any weapons, or is it no weapons do?
Oh, it would have said no weapons on the invitation as well. No armaments or anything. So, how about you guys do your loadout now, and then it can be adjusted if need be later on.
Well, I'm actually going to take me blaster because I can hand it in when I get there. Oh, something's
Oh, hey,
Hey.
Leonardo's here.
Oh,
Hi, folks.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, I can't even. It'll take me a whole session to explain, but yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it, because they just left you an invitation on your dresser drawer.
yeah,
Oh,
you've
really?
been
Yes.
you've been incapacitated.
This actually makes it a lot more funny now. Okay, I like this. Okay.
Okay.
So Silas and Spike, you start leaving the ship, start locking it up. You think you notice out of the corner of your eye like a shadow pass behind you. It's kind of like a feeling is like there's something behind me, isn't there? Do you
Oh, it's
turn
that
to
damn
check
duck.
or?
If it's the duck that decided to sneak out of the ship, then Leonardo would be mad if we let him get out. So yeah, I will turn around.
Okay. And as you turn around, you think you saw a boot or a foot quickly go past the door as it closes.
Okay. Well, is that just him sees it, or do we both see it?
Well, yeah, if both, I would say because he rolled a 4, both of you would have seen this. He would have had to have at least gotten a 5, but he rolled a 4. So you think you saw something or someone sneak into the ship.
So there's something going on here.
We should probably double check it just to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Open her up.
All right. So, Korvax, you sneak into the ship. You don't think they've seen you, but all of a sudden, a couple seconds pass, and you hear like the clomping of boots on metal grates as you hear it get closer to the door, and it starts to open. Do you hide in the cargo bay? You try and like beeline it up the stairs into the cockpit of the ship. Right now, you're here. Oh, I think he might be AFK. Because he's muted.
He's muted.
All right.
Sorry, I was talking.
Oh, okay.
You were muted, yeah.
They haven't opened the door, right?
They have not
We're
opened the
just
door.
about
They're
to.
just about to open the door, and you're in the cargo bay in a wide open space.
Is it? I do have hacking tools. Could I try to like lock the door before they get to it?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That'll give me a bit more time to figure out what I'm doing.
Okay. So, yeah.
Risky again?
Yep, this will be risky. So, with a 4, you manage to change the password on the door, but it shorts out the lock, essentially. So now what's happening is the door begins to open, and then it gets about halfway and shuts itself, and keeps doing that over and over and over and over again. Silas and Spike, you see a guy fiddling with the lock and jam the door just enough to for you to kind of like see him through the door as it opens and closes constantly.
Okay, so can we jump up to the, I presume it's a hatch, there's like a ramp that comes down?
So you guys are on the ramp right now to get into the cargo
right.
bay, and the door in front of the cargo bay is glitching out, so it's just like opening and closing right now. You're not sure if you're going to be able to get that fixed. You could try brute forcing it if you wanted to.
Oh,
Can
yeah, that's what I'm good at.
Yep.
I was gonna say, can I attempt a rig?
So what does rig do again exactly?
Rig is essentially fixing it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Try rig, and hopefully that fixes the problem.
Is it a risky check?
Yeah, it'll be risky as well.
All right. Watch this.
Don't you break that door I
Okay.
broke.
I break the broken door again, I guess. I don't know.
Yay!
Yeah.
You mean you re-break it?
So
I was gonna yell out, "Hey, stop! What are you doing?" And then I'm just like fucking over with the control panel.
you essentially, because you roll a 4, you don't fix it at all, but you don't make it worse. It stays
Okay.
the same. While you're attempting to rig it, Korvax, you now have a chance to get up into the cockpit if you want, or search for a place to hide, whatever you're trying to do.
This guy tries to
Just to
steal the
hide.
ship right from under us.
Yeah.
I should try to steal the shit, but yeah, I'll attempt to hide.
Better get this bloody door then.
Okay. So you have a couple places you can hide. You can hide in the mess hall, or the engine room, or one of the we'll say one of the rooms, the I don't know what you would even call them, just like living quarters. You can hide in one of those.
Yeah, I'll try one of the living quarters or the rooms.
Okay, so I want you to roll for. Let me just pull this up here. Study. There's going to
Study?
be.
Ah, crap.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There'll be 4 rooms, I believe, at least. Yeah. Okay, I want you to choose the number 3 or 4.
I'll go with 4.
Okay, so you go with 4. You choose the 4th door. You open it up. Inside that door is a. It looks like a shrine with sort of like a velvet cover and incense and a very well-made linen bed with velvet pillows. This room is very fancy looking. But you, at first glance, you don't see any like really weapons or anything to use. Just like incense and religious statues and that type of thing. And there is no exit to this door, so you kind of like opened it up, and that's what you see. It's just like living quarters with a bed and religious, occult sort of figurines and incense.
Is the incense burning?
Sorry? Oh,
Is the incense burning?
It is not burning. No. Did you want to try another door or hide someplace else?
I had an idea, but I was trying to figure out how to like whisper GM because I don't want to tell all of them.
Yeah, GM me in
Is
Discord.
it class? All right, yeah, Discord would be better.
Yeah. While he is coming up with a plan, Silas and Spike,
I'm going to try and force the door.
You're stuck outside. Okay, so you're going to try and force the door using
Yes.
force?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Can I use my unstoppable ability?
So what does that do?
You can push yourself to do one of the following. Perform a feat of physical force that verges on the superhuman, or engage a small gang on equal footing close combat. So I'd say possibly forcing this door would be... I'm not sure what that does, how I'd use this.
You'd put your hands on either side of the door and kind of wrench it open, enough maybe for Silas to sneak by or under you to get through.
Yeah.
You could do that. So yeah,
okay.
Roll for that.
Okay. What do I roll? Do I roll that? No. Oh. No. So I don't know what I'm rolling.
Sorry, I was muted. You would roll scrap, and that would be a risky.
Okay. Push yourself. Sorry, that would be what?
So that's a risky
scrap.
Scrap. Yeah.
Scrap.
Okay.
I'm determined to be full.
Yes, apparently. So you try to use your ability to be an unstoppable force, but unfortunately, it's not enough. You can't get through the door, and it's still malfunctioning. It's just too strong, or it's too hard to keep open long enough for someone to sneak under you. I will say, however, you all have comms with everybody else on the ship.
Ah.
You know, sure. While Spike is doing that, I'm gonna take a step back and just comms and just hope that Leonardo answers.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna yell into it, "Hey, we got somebody on the ship that's not one of us. Get up, please."
So,
You want me to roll like a sway or something, or is
um,
this command?
I would let that go through, but I will leave it up to Sam to decide whether or not he wants to wake up from his drunken stupor.
Would I hear that well and proper?
Uh, well, let's get you to roll and see if you do. So let's see. This is going to
Alright.
be sway. I want you to roll your sway, Silas, and we'll see how high you get for that. And then we'll see if that wakes up David's character.
Controlled or risky?
This will be controlled.
All right, you guys ready for this 4?
Yep.
Hey!
Ole! With controlled, it's a lot more forgiving as well. So if you had rolled a 4, he still would have woken up. But yeah, David, you immediately just like sit upright. You hear like Silas screaming in your ear, "Get up! We got someone on the ship. He's jammed the door."
Okay, I reach underneath my pillow and pull out a wrench.
Okay.
And stand up and like, crawling, trying to find where Cesare is.
Okay.
duck.
Cesare is sitting in his little bed next to you, asleep still.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly wake him up. We have a problem.
He nips at you
We're
because
under
he was having a
invasion.
nice nap.
Come on, I need you.
Duck.
Okay. So you take your duck and your wrench and you open up your door, I am assuming slowly.
No, I don't open the doors.
you don't-
Like,
okay.
do I have like interface to like connect remotely to cameras or whatever surveillance system we have, like alarms and stuff like that?
No, you don't. That's all in the cockpit.
Okay, that's something that we absolutely need to work on because that's no way the proper system administrator works his job. But okay. Okay, so I'm gonna slowly just, open a teeny tiny bit, only slightly open the doors and like try to peek and see if there's like anybody in the hallway or something like that.
Okay. No one in the hallway. However, you do see smoke coming from the 4th door where Dee Dee's character stays. But you know Dee Dee isn't there. So she's
That's
on
great.
she's on a pilgrimage right now.
We left her behind, you see.
Yes.
Okay, can I like take my equipment right now?
Yep. Load up your equipment. You are in your quarters, so you would have pretty much everything you need out of there.
Yeah, okay, so I'll take blaster pistol, drone, and probably vision enhancing goggles.
Okay.
And yeah, that's about it. So only like blaster pistol and vision enhancing goggles.
Okay, so mark your load right now.
That's light. I
That
did.
should be light. Okay, so mark light.
Okay, and I want to like sneak in that direction, but just peek and see if there's like anything alarming going on, like it needs immediately repairs, like it's something is burning or I don't know what it can happen, but
Yeah, so you go out into the hall. The smoke is kind of slowly wafting out of the door, which is closed, but the underneath the smoke is coming out of that. You start to smell a sweet smell to it. It smells like Dee Dee's incense, but something's off about them. I want you to roll. Oh, how would this even work? They don't have con saves on this.
I know scramble.
Scramble. Let's go with scramble.
Scramble, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, which position?
This will be because you don't. I'll say it's controlled. Yeah, controlled standard. You got 2 dice.
It's
to
a 2, I guess.
that. Okay.
I don't know why 2 dice like rolled. I should be only 1.
Okay, I'll take the first one. So,
Okay.
you recognize this smell. It is a drug that you take that's an hallucinogen. You have a tolerance to it because you also have illicit drugs that you do, and you are very familiar with this. It sounds like, or it smells like, the same drug that you would do to get hallucinations. It's like unicorns and rainbow type thing. So,
He's gonna stop there for a second, and probably a huge alarm is blaring at his head, like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this.
mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna continue like skulking up my way to the cockpit.
Okay, so the opposite direction of where the smoke's coming from.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now back to Korvax. You are still in the room. You've lit the incense. What is your plan now? Because you did hear some footsteps getting a little closer and then quickly fade away in the opposite direction.
Also,
Since I haven't been
the
to-
duck is on my shoulders, just so you know.
Oh yeah, I figured he was with you. Yeah.
Since no one's found me yet, I guess I'll just kind of stay hidden and enjoy the fumes.
Cool. All right, and then back to Spike and Silas. So, are you guys just waiting for Leonardo to call you back?
You know what? I'm gonna try my own attempt at a scrap in order to hold the door open.
All right.
Risky?
Risky. Yep.
Can I assist?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so that's roll another dice.
That's just
So-
rolling another d6.
Yeah, roll another
Yeah.
d6.
Observe.
Wonderful. Um,
Man,
you still,
doors are a
yeah,
fucking problem.
you
in
try-
any
these
city.
doors are really heavy.
yeah, they are. They're meant to keep space out. That's why they're heavy.
Do we have like another entrance into the ship aside from the back?
I would say yes. There is a emergency exit on the side of the ship that is controlled manually from the outside in case someone were to get stuck. There's a manual override on the side of the ship to get into the living quarters section. So if you guys want to climb the ship, you could get to
Oh
that.
God.
But
Okay.
that would be a scrambled climb.
It would.
Would be a scramble.
Yeah, I suck at that.
Is it risky? I presume it is.
Yep. If you want to fall about 3.5 stories, then yeah, it's a little risky.
God, how big is our ship?
Big enough to carry 50 cows.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh no. There goes your spine, buddy.
I feel like we should have more entrances to this ship. What about the one we used to dock to the other ship?
That's the entrance you're at now.
Mm.
But this
We're
is
trying
like
to get to.
Okay, I'm having trouble understanding the make of this ship
Yeah.
now.
You're at the rear of the ship, so you're at the cargo bay. So the cargo bay is like glitching out, and you're trying to keep the cargo bay doors from closing so you can sneak past. It's not working in your favor. But again, there
Oh,
is
no,
a
it's not.
emergency exit on the side of the ship. That's a manual override, which is just like a turnstile. You just turn a wheel, and then it opens and unlocks it.
Wait a minute. Spike, did you
Emergency
just
airlock.
try to climb on the side of the ship?
Yeah, I fell off.
Can I
Or I can't
spend
even climb
stress
it, I don't
with
know.
system?
I'm supposed to be quite good at this.
Can I also spend one stress to help him out so that he hopefully rolls more than a 2?
Yes. Also,
I'll give him a boost.
check your equipment. See if maybe any of that could possibly help you in this.
Oh,
A
grappling
fine
hook?
martial arts
Probably.
style.
Because the way this game works is you can choose your loadout on the fly. So if there's something in your equipment that could help you climb or traverse a side of a ship, you can tell me you've had that the whole time, and I'll be like, cool, you do.
Hey, don't worry, I got this. Here's how we get the cargo bay door open. I pull out a detonator.
This is blasted open.
Fuck. Sure, why not? I will pull out. I don't see any reason why I'd be taking a. Okay. Well, for one, Spike, I'm helping you out, so I'm spending a point of stress. Roll another d6 to hopefully not break your spine.
Mm.
And then if you want, do you want to grab a grappling hook, or do you want me to take a grappling hook and just give it to you to help you?
If you give him a grappling hook, then it'll add another d6.
I got a grappling hook.
Actually, hold on. Let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way. It goes from risky to controlled. So you can roll one more die on a control.
Okay. So. Fuck.
I'm trying, guys. I really am.
I'm trying as well, but
Dude, this is just like us trying to get through the asteroid field, except
it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Luckily,
So Spike, Silas, you're trying to explain how the grappling hook works to Spike, but Spike is only half listening. And it's like, all right, so you see that red button there? It's like, right, push the red button. It's like, no, I didn't say that. And you push the red button, and it fires straight up into the air and pulls and locks onto like the side of the door, like the spinning wheel, and immediately retracts the rope straight up. You retch your arm so hard that it feels like it dislocated. You take 2 stress from that.
Ow.
And you have a sprained shoulder.
I was gonna say he technically got a 2 on that, not a 1, but
yes,
because I helped him out for another d6.
Yes, you did. But with a 1, it's not good, and a 2.
I spent a stress to give him another d6.
Yeah, so he rolled a 2 and a 1, so the highest was a 2. But he still got badly.
There's just a lot happening on a 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 2 stress, and you have a minor injury called just like a sprained shoulder. But upside is you're up there, and you're holding on for dear life.
Oh, we are up there.
Yes, we are up there. So you managed to get to the door, and you're kind of hanging off the side of that. And if you want, you can go ahead and turn the door open. This will be a controlled.
Controlled what?
So a controlled standard. But
what's the roll?
Be a scramble or scrap, whichever's higher for you.
Oh, definitely scrap.
I'll let you choose.
So this is scrap. It's controlled.
Yep.
And standard.
Yep. So you get a minimum of 2 die roll.
5.
You get the door open.
Yay!
All right. So going back to Leonardo, you are at the cockpit. What are you doing?
okay, again, cameras, see who's in there and what they are doing.
Okay, so you turn on the ship, you look at the cameras, you see a shady individual sitting in room number 4, where it's Dee Dee's room, and just chilling. Just like he's laid back on the bed, he's got his eyes closed, he looks pretty content, honestly.
Okay, I lock the doors of the cockpit, like bar them as much as I can, and go on the communicators and tell to I guess Alice, yeah. Captain, we have somebody in the ship. They are
I
in the room
told you
where-
this.
Yeah, we know.
I took precautions. It took a while, but where are you so far? What are you doing outside?
All right, well, I'm outside next to the door that keeps opening and closing, and Spike is currently holding on for dear life on the side. Oh, no, wait, you got the door open? Okay, he's inside.
All right, be careful. I don't know who they are, what are they doing in the room of what's this character's name?
Diane?
Wait. Diane.
Yeah,
Right.
I just keep seeing Dee,
Diana,
but
sorry.
yeah, Diana.
There's an A at the end of
Yeah.
that.
They're in the dance room. If you need any support, I'll help you. But I'll try and lock the doors and see that they don't escape with any of our, important stuff.
Gotcha. I'm not sure what he's on here for, but yeah, keep an eye.
They seem to use some psychoactive substances along with her incense. It smells
Where
like
is
that
he?
there,
This
Where
guy
is
just
he?
break onto the ship in order to get high.
It seems like it. He is in Diane's room.
Right.
So,
Good luck, agents.
I've hurt my bloody shoulder. I'm in a bad mood.
so Leonardo, you easily find the control to lock the living quarters down. So, Korvax, you're chilling in Diana's room. You're getting high off your own supply, and you immediately hear just like this mechanical, like four of them almost simultaneously go. Do you just keep chilling in the room, or you try to get out now?
You might be muted.
No, it's not showing it's muted.
Could try to hack the door and leave, but considering everything's locking down around me, I would just probably assume that the jig is up. And as high as I am, I assume they're coming to get me.
Pretty much, yeah. So you just wait for the inevitable.
Yeah, I'll sit back up on the bed, put one leg up and just kind of wait.
Okay. All right. So Spike, you are in the living quarters. All the doors were locked by Leonardo. You can tell him to unlock the room number 4 if you want, or just keep him locked in there. It's up to you guys.
I'm gonna ask him to. I'm gonna unhitch Krieger
Okay.
and ask Leonardo to open the door now.
I follow orders.
Okay. So yep. The door opens easily, lifts up, and there's a waft of smoke that hits you right in the face. I want you to roll for your. This will be a scramble for you.
Scramble. Okay.
Yep. This will be controlled.
Risky. Controlled. 5.
All right. This is not a drug you're necessarily familiar with, but you definitely know it's some kind of like drug, illicit drug. But you slough it off easily.
Okay.
Thankfully, a majority of you guys are a bunch of like drug addicts, so you don't take any big hits from this.
Okay. I shall kneel down.
Yep.
So I'm below the cloud, and hopefully, and just shouting, "Coming out with your hands where I can see them, or you'll be having a chat with my mate Kruger here."
And you hear the power up of a laser pistol, Corvax, and you kind of like see like a barrel stick out, and a red-headed, spiky-haired individual pointing a gun at you.
In a rather silly suit.
Yes, a very silly suit.
I'm high as a kite, so I'll kind of stand up pretty aloof, put my hands up and say, oh, I thought the party wasn't here.
No. Come on out. I back away so that I'm not right next to him.
Yeah.
I haven't much choice at this point, so I'll just, kind of saunter forward.
Yeah. While you two are doing that, Leonardo, I want you to do a roll to fix the door so Silas can get in finally. This will be
I'm back.
a rig, because you got to fix that door.
David, can you roll a rig so that the door can open, please?
Oh, will do. Controlled, I guess.
Yep.
A 5.
Door is fixed finally.
Entire time, just screaming,
You
door
said
stuck.
use the oil on the hinges, You know how that works, right?
When I go into a fancy party, I always forget to bring my oil for hinges.
Yeah.
That's the problem with your ship, you know. Only I do the proper things here, but alright, at least you have the best mechanic in the whole universe and beyond.
Hey, you did sleep through the entire ion storm we went through.
Leonardo, can you shut this door so I don't get high?
I will try.
Spike, you can manually shut it if you want, but if you don't want to reach across him,
I'm pointing the gun at this guy.
That's fair. Okay, so yeah, Leonardo, you shut the door behind Korvax. Just as a side note, I was thinking about having Silas take psychic damage because the entire time the door was like getting jammed, it was like door ajar, door ajar, door ajar, door ajar.
Are you kidding me? I have Leonardo as my mechanic. I take worse psychic damage on the daily.
Hey, you asked yourself to put the voice commands on the ship. You said that apparently other captains want it.
And I regret it every day. Continue.
All right, so you got the gun trained on Korvax. Korvax, I'm assuming you just got your hands up. Are you going to try and reach for the gun, or are you not going to take any chances at this point?
Does he have a gun?
Oh, Korvax? Well, I don't know. We didn't really get to that point yet. I know that he's probably got a loadout here. So you've got a normal loadout currently of your character. Let's take a look here. Okay. So what do you say to them exactly?
Considering I've been baking in that room for such a long time, poor Korvax is pretty high. He just kind of mumbles some gibberish about you guys getting ready for a party and wanted to get started a little early. Thought he'd tag along. But it kind of comes in a little incoherent.
Okay.
He waves his hands around a little bit.
So Korvax, you think that's what you say. But Spike, you hear, and the unicorn and the rainbows went over here, and then they came down and picked me up in their spaceship and flew me all through the sun. Whee!
I think I understand most of it.
And then he immediately draws both guns out of his trench coat.
Say that again.
And then after he's done that speech, he draws both pistols that were hidden in his trench coat out and pointed towards you.
If he's going to do that, I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
That's one way to do it.
Well, I'm pointing a gun at him. If he goes for his guns, I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
So, are you going for your guns? I mean, well, you could say something like, very slowly do it so that I'm aware of what you're doing. If you just go for them, bang.
So Korvax, are you doing a quick draw or are you doing a slow draw?
That is what I will do. So you might want to change the parameters a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be able to shrug off one hit and then fire at the same time. I don't know how health works on this.
With this range with laser blasters, you would take a significant amount of stress. Plus, we'd have to look at the PvP side of this. So this is going to be fun. Let's figure that out.
Can I immediately, when they start shooting, like jump in on the side and like try to hide myself?
Yes, that would be probably for the best. Okay.
The only thing I will say, if I see him starting to go for him, I'm going to say, don't do that.
Yeah. Oh, can't
Keep 'em up.
preview file. Stupid thing. Actually, I have to open this up. 1 second. Okay, so we're going for consequences and harm.
Oh, we are doing this out. Okay.
Yeah. Harm. There we go. So, if you guys are drawing on each other, then I'm going to have Korvax roll first because he needs to see if he outdraws you.
He won't outdraw me because I'm already pointing a gun at him.
Exactly. So he's going to have a higher risk of trying to hit you. So his is going to be risky. Yours is going to be controlled. So for Spike, I want you to roll your controlled scrap. And for Korvax, I want you to roll your scramble, but it's going to be a risky. We'll start there.
Oh, this isn't going to go well at all.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Gotta
4.
beat a 4. And he does!
Of course he does.
So who shot who first? Clearly it was Greedo that shot first. Okay, so, let's see here. This is gonna definitely be physical harm. So, are you wearing any armor, Spike?
No, I'm wearing a silly suit.
Oh, right. This is a good point.
Yeah, we're kind of fucked here. We're in silly suits.
What are
Okay.
silly suits?
So I want to do this right the first time because I want to, this kind of like puts it down. So make a resistance roll to see how much stress your character suffers as a result of their resistance. You make the roll using one of your character's attributes. Insight, prowess, or resolve. The GM chooses the attribute based on the nature consequence. So for this, it's physical, so you would click your prowess. So you make your prowess roll. You just click prowess, and that will make your roll for you for how much you resist.
Okay.
Should have a pretty solid prowess.
1, 4.
So
2 stress.
You did.
Ah, right. So for 6 stress minus
Suffer
2
6
stress.
stress minus the highest die result. When you roll a critical on resistance, clear 1 stress. Okay, you didn't roll a critical, so you suffer 6 stress minus the highest die. So you only suffer 2 stress from this shot.
I already have 1 stress from the sprained shoulder. Oh, no. Sorry, it's got to be took as a
You
bit,
have
isn't
2
it?
stress from the sprained shoulder, so now you have another 2 stress. Okay.
Yes.
That's
okay.
done. Now,
yeah.
you get to do your hit on him because you obviously shoot him. So you got him with a 4. So, Korvax, you roll your prowess, and we base it off of a 4. I believe. Oh, you get 6 minus your prowess roll.
Where is the prowess button?
So that would
It's
be
above helm.
above helm.
Oh, the whole cat. Okay, I didn't
The
understand.
whole category. All right, you rolled a 6.
Now.
So he took none. You missed. So, yeah. He ended up getting you, we'll say, right in the lower abdomen. And with that quick shot, you fired, but it went wide and hit the interior of the ship instead. Okay, so because Hifsam, Leonardo, you are here, you're just taking cover. You're not trying to scrap or anything.
What does a fine blaster pistol do? What's the difference between that and a normal blaster pistol?
More damage, I would think, but it's not really clear on what guns do what damage. It just says armor. If you have it, it negates some of the damage, and then you roll your resistance after that.
Yeah, sadly it doesn't give a lot of insight on what fine does.
Unfortunately not.
'Cause,
I'd have to make
like,
that.
I have a fine spacesuit, but it's just like, oh, more bells and whistles.
Yeah, it's very, unfortunately, vague, so we kind of have to fill in the blanks there. But, yeah. So, sorry, Leonardo, you are hiding right now, correct? You're taking cover?
Yep.
Okay. Silas, you would have gotten back on the ship. So the way they are positioned, Spike would be opposite of the cockpit. No, actually, you'd be... Yeah, so you're right beside each other. So, Silas, you are behind Korvax right now. If you want, you can roll Skulk to make sure he doesn't hear you.
He seems distracted enough with what's going on, and I don't have a great skulk, so I'm just going to roll scrap and go for a tackle.
Okay.
Risky?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. I can't wait to get shot in the face.
Corvax, you hear someone very clumsily run towards you from the rear. Do you turn and fire, or do you focus on Spike still?
Come on, do
I'll
it.
still be looking at Spike, but I'll just kind of tilt the guns down and back and just shoot behind me.
Okay, so you keep an eye on Spike, but you shoot haphazardly behind you. I want you to fire your scrap with a risky. 3. Let's see here. Now I'm going to have to get you to roll, I think, as well. A scrap as well, Silas. You got to get higher than a 3.
Risky?
Yes.
I got a 6.
Yay.
All right. You easily dodge the shot, and you close the distance between you and Corvax.
I can hardly move in this monkey suit.
Yep. All right. So, let's see. Let's go back to Spike, because I got to keep this in order. So, Spike, do you take another shot?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So,
Roll a 1, shoot me. Do it.
Scrap.
all right, scrap again. Yep.
Are we still risky?
This will be controlled.
Controlled.
A 5.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Corvax, roll your scrap. Ooh, even. All right. Spike, roll your prowess. So you negate 2 damage. Actually, no. So it's 5 minus 3, so you take 2 stress. And then Corvax.
Why do I take stress?
Wait, why does he take stress?
So it was you both got a 5, so you both shot each other.
I thought it was he's shooting.
I'm shooting at him.
Yeah.
He's dodging. So then
okay.
it should
Yeah.
be
So
no hit.
no hit. That negates. Okay. Right. So scrap is 5, scrap is 5, and then I would get. See, combat's difficult in this. So then I would get Corvax to roll his scrap again.
In order to.
What
does Corvax want to do? Is the question.
Yeah. What is So Corvax, do you want to take another shot? Do you want to scramble, try and wrench the gun free from his hands? What would you like to do?
Actually, can I go for sway and be like, hey, haven't we got a party be getting to, boys?
Okay. Roll for sway, and this will be a risky. Hey, look at that. Wait, your sway is only 1 though.
Nice roll.
Wait, is it 1 or is it? No, it is 2. Okay, so do you lower your blasters as you say this as well, Corvax, or are you keeping them raised?
I'll kind of like raise my hands up and let the grip go and kind of let them dangle from my finger while I'm.
So yeah, your fingers are just hanging on the loops of the triggers. You're not grasping them. You're raising your hands up. So basically, it's like you think you say, "Hey, let's get to the party." What you actually say is like, "Chocolate cake, anyone?"
I mean, he did get a 6 though.
He did.
Mm.
It's up to you guys. He's trying to look as least threatening as possible. I'll say that much. Pursing his lower lip a little bit. Slight quiver.
Puppy dog eyes.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you, and why are you on the ship? I say from cover. Now, please say something coherent.
Have you got any antidote? Oh, actually, I've got a medikit. Can I try and make him coherent?
Yeah, you have Narcan. You could try that.
Okay.
Space Narcan.
I won't be very gentle.
Jams it into the leg.
Yeah.
So, Corvax, you see the redheaded gentleman take a needle out of his med kit and try to like jam you in the leg with it. Do you resist?
Can I just try to bop him in the head with the handle and just say something along the effects like, "I'm on the lam, you idiots. Why else would I sneak into your ship?"
Okay. So, um, we're gonna get you to roll scrap again in that case, Corvex. And I want you to roll scramble, Spike, to try and dodge that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He hits you square in the temple.
So shit today.
Pistol whipped.
I think I've got a
1v3
one-sided
all of
dice.
Dude, we're gonna have to indulge our vice after this before even going to the party.
I will say downtime is after the session, so this is gonna be interesting. I will say that much.
Oh God.
You're gonna take one more stress spike.
Oh.
And then now we'll do the needle part. So I want you to roll for scramble, Corvax. Thank you. And then Spike, roll for your scrap.
Smix, while they are fighting, can I like go out of the cover and take my wrench and lob it at
Fix! I've
At
finally
the
got a
invader
dice
guy.
roll.
and then fight back?
I would say that no, you don't have to worry about that because now he stabbed him in the leg with a needle. The plunger went straight down, and it's pretty much a night time for Corvax.
I was supposed to sober me up, not knock me out.
Yeah, it was
it's
supposed to
sober
sober
up,
him
not
up.
knockout.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
all right. We'll say it sobers you up pretty much immediately. You're just like, your eyes just like pupils dilate in and out for a couple seconds, and then they just like reshape into like a normal shape. And yeah, so you're holding one pistol in hand, another one's on your finger, and you are now coherent. So we're gonna get you. You're gonna take one stress from the needle jab at least for that, Corvax. Okay, so now that that's hopefully settled, you can speak coherently. I'm guessing I'm cutting out. You can speak coherently. There we go.
So he gets jabbed. Back from him, he does his little thing of getting out of being high as fuck.
Yes.
I will just once again say, all right, one more time without you rambling about chocolate cake or whatever. Who are you? Why are you on the ship?
And why are you
Someone's
ruining
gonna have
your
to
suit?
pay me back for all the drugs you just wasted. Killing a man's high like that. Who are you?
Can I shoot him through the head?
And what
I'll
do you do?
reiterate, like, I'm on the lam, you idiots. Snuck into your ship, heard about a party, and figured I'd tag along.
Wow, that's just great.
That's
I'm not the
unfortunate.
one that came in here ruining a man's high, pointing guns at him.
This is not your ship to be on.
Oh, let's let bygones be bygones and get to the party. We all rented these suits, didn't we?
You've ruined mine.
It's got a couple.
Yeah, how's the suit looking?
It's got a burn mark in it, and because it's a laser blast, the wound is cauterized, but I don't think you're going to get your deposit back.
All right, well, then at least answer my first question. What's your name?
Corvex.
All right. Now that we're being cordial, so you snuck on our ship. You heard about a party. Then you snuck back on our ship after what, getting... Or wait, were you always wearing that? I look at his whatever he's
pinstripe
wearing.
suit that's flashing.
We've seen that suit before.
Yeah, you've seen that suit before.
Of course, I had to get ready. I tagged along with you guys to the store, came back. I thought we were getting dressed for the party.
I feel like we're on different pages there, friend.
We might be in the same
If
book.
you wanted to join the crew in order to do things, you can just ask.
I had to suss it out first. Couldn't very well just show up like, hey, I've been hiding in your cargo space this whole time. Figured we could accidentally bump into each other at the party and let you be none the wiser.
So you was in here with the cows?
Oh yeah, the whole time. Great milk. Straight from
You're
the
not
teat.
hiding.
I definitely
It's
would have
not
had
ideal.
you make a risky skulk for that had you tried that.
Also, I imagine like Leonardo was hanging out with the cows, like playing the guitar. That's why I got it last session. So.
Oh no, you were actually passed out in your bed because you had a huge bender the night before and you were nursing hangover.
Oh, okay. I thought that's why I bought the guitar, because I can, you know.
I figured either that or because you spent the entirety of the last day, like, fixing up the ship from nothing, that you were just exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. But I thought like we're gonna fly at least like 2 or 3 days, so. But yeah, then okay, it's fine.
What is the equivalent to insight in this game? Is it actually just insight?
There is an insight thing, isn't there?
Yeah, but it's like one of the
Study.
major
I
things.
use study for that equivalent.
Okay, cool. Watch this. Risky or controlled?
What are you trying to do
Lore.
exactly?
I'm just trying to suss out how legit this guy is and being like, yeah, I wanted to help or, join with you guys. It's just I wanted to see what you were all about first. I'm not
Okay.
here to kill you and take your stuff.
So this is going to be a contested roll. It's going to be study versus sway.
And is this a risky, controlled, or desperate?
Let's do controlled for both.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to fail this. I already know that much, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, it's a 1.
I can also try if you want.
I would appreciate it.
Can Ice Max?
Sorry, I just want to make sure Corvex gets his roll in first here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no. You're rolling a sway.
Yeah, you have to roll a sway because you're trying to convince them that you're telling the truth. Okay. So you are sort of convinced that he is telling the truth. And then, Leonardo, you can roll your study as well.
Okay. That is controlled.
Yep, controlled.
That's a 5.
So you get the understanding that he is telling mostly the truth. Obviously, he's hiding something. You're not sure what, though.
I'll just do what the captain said. I wasn't employed with my brains. Although I don't like him.
Yeah. You're going to have a lovely shiner after this as well.
Mm.
There's a lot of ways to make a first impression here, but I suppose it would not hurt to have another person on the crew. What exactly can you do aside from skulk around and get high?
I can only get
I
5,
jammed
for
up your
example.
door real nice, didn't it?
Yeah, but he can do that too. I point over to Leonardo.
He undid it.
I hacked it. He broke it.
He fixed it.
And you haven't noticed I'm also kind of a crack shot there, and I point to our friend's ruined suit.
Point to his abdomen is like this cauterized. It's like, and I did that.
Gotta want to hit him.
I do have some dice. We can roll for it.
Oh God, the way my dice are rolling, I'll probably navigate myself.
You know what? For the convenience of moving the plot along, sure, why not? However,
Okay.
we need to get another invite or another suit.
Yes.
Because this one I pull out, or I... Actually, shit, we don't even know where Leonardo's is. The other one is not for you. But he needs a suit before we all go there.
So
Oh, don't worry. I have a whole lot of fancy clothes for galas and, important meetings and celebrations.
it's literally a smock covered in dandelions
Possibly.
or a muumuu. The difference
Alright.
between like semi-formal in his culture versus everybody else is astronomically wide.
That's
Right.
what you said.
All right, so just to
It's high fashion up there, you know.
yeah, I believe that.
Hey, Corvax, you weren't the first person to try to kill me and then join the crew for a bit, so... You're just on thin ice for now.
Deja vu.
God,
Deja
if
vu.
I had a nickel for every time somebody's tried to kill me and then joined the crew, I'd have 2 nickels.
I didn't try to kill you.
Oh, no, not you. The last guy who we got from...
Oh,
thought
yeah.
Derelict
Pirates?
ship. Yeah, the pirate derelict ship. Yeah.
This is gonna be a theme. I know it. It's gonna be a fucking theme.
But I didn't try to kill you. He tried to kill me.
He shot at me, and I just dodged.
Yeah. He hit me. I don't like him.
Oh,
Do we have to have him?
How much stress are you at right now, man?
He's like half.
I'm at,
He's more than halfway.
I'm 5 stress, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, we need to take a break.
Yeah.
There's no short rest in this game. I'm sorry. This happens at the end of the session.
So
Well,
what
we're
was this,
basically at the end of the session, right?
Not quite.
So
Oh,
what was this
thanks.
party thing you all mentioned?
All right. Well, you know the guy that we got the job from in order to go drop off the
Oh
cows.
yes, the cow seller. Yes.
Yeah, he liked us a lot. We have a reputation. He said, or they said that, the people we dropped, whatever. The guys we dropped it out to invited us to a gala for possibly another job. That's the only reason why we're going. That's the only reason why I'm in this monkey suit. I look at my fucking frilly suit.
Ooh, I need to get my finest of the finest suits. Made
Have
by
you got a suit?
I have countless suits, my friend. Just don't use them often because I'm doing the dirty work.
That's
I
handy.
keep them for good moments and good parties. So I guess I have some space for Versace suit up there. I mean, I definitely do, just whether it's in fashion right now or not.
I don't think there's a lot of fashion around here anyway. It ain't the core.
Then you don't know a lot, my friend.
No, that's true.
But and probably I have for our friend here. I don't know, like, if my suits fit him, or if he fits my suit.
He's
No,
got a suit.
Corvax is already in a suit.
Yeah.
We're all in a
Sort
suit
of.
except for you, bud.
Well, yes, but you just pierced it by fighting it, so
Oh, spikes?
It's only a pinhole.
Okay then.
Depending on how big the wound is, we could just put something over it.
Spackle. Yeah.
Bit of duct tape.
A really oversized flower
A
and just
suit
put it
with
in place.
duct tape.
It's on his abdomen, so
Got duct tape in one hand and WD-40 in the other.
I mean he
Get him a
could
sash.
use.
If it's on his torso, get him a sash.
Yeah, there you go. Make sure it's red.
Yeah.
Just get like a
Yeah.
red sash. We'll say that Leonardo, him being the fancy one of the group, has a red sash that he can lend you.
Definitely.
It's from his
Yeah, can't make-
it's from his college days, where he was a pledge for Alpha Beta Kappa.
Oh god.
Because mechanics have sorority groups. All right, so moving along, you guys all get your suits. The only one that doesn't have an invitation would be Korvax, but I'm sure you could finagle something. You
Probably sneak it.
you head towards the location, and this place, as said, is like it's like a 20-acre property. So think like Space Ranch. He's got plenty of cattle. You see the cattle that you dropped off have been situated in a field nearby. They're grazing on the grass and drinking from troughs of water in a corral. And you head down the dirt road in a vehicle that drops you off at the front entrance of the mansion. It's got very elaborate exterior settings with a very old Victorian feel to it. He's got like Victorian style lighting on either side of the path that lights your way. It is currently dusk right now, so it's just getting to night. When you guys get there, the double doors are in front of them, have a couple bodyguards that are taking the invitations, and they are having people go through basically these metal detectors to make sure they're not carrying any weapons. And if they are carrying weapons, they are immediately confiscated and checked at the door.
Okay. As I approach, I will declare my weapon.
Okay.
So no, I'm not trying to do anything shifty.
Cool. So you declare your weapons. Korvax, do you declare yours?
No. I will hand them a nice little scribbled document that says something akin to like a notice from the, I don't know the guy's name, essentially to the effect that I'm required or allotted to have them.
Okay, so you have a permit to carry your weapons on you at all times.
There, that's a better way of putting it. Thank you.
Intergalactic ATF agent. Got it. All right. I want you to roll your sway. For that, it'll be controlled. The bodyguard, not too familiar with the documents, goes, I guess. They look official enough, so he lets you keep your weapons. And
I'll
then,
stride through with my head held high.
okay. And Leonardo, do you have any weapons on you right now?
Actually, can I like switch my equipment before going there? Like I'm gonna dump everything back and get a communicator.
Okay, yeah.
So nothing. I don't have any weapons.
Okay. And then Silas, are you carrying any weapons on you?
Do I need to declare my grappling hook?
I mean, it could be considered a projectile, yes.
Oh yes, here you go, my good man. Hands grappling hook.
He puts it. He co-checks it with the other weapons that you guys declared, which is just that blaster. So yeah, you guys go on through, with the exception of Korvax, because the second step is to hand in your invitations once you get past the door of the bodyguards who check your guns. So now the gentleman who you had spoke to in regards to the invitation stops you at the door. Because he is to announce you, but first he needs to take your invitation so he can announce you to the rest of the group in the ballroom. So he starts with you, Korvax, because you were the first one through. Or one of the first one through, I should say. And because you don't have an invitation... let's see here. Yeah, sure. So, you show the same documentation you showed the bodyguard, and this will be a risky controlled for that. Or, not risky controlled. This will be a risky sway.
Fucking hell.
So it's like, the butler is basically like, oh my, it's very rare we have a federal agent show up on such our planet. Welcome. And he announces you to the rest of the group as Korvax and then you get through. Spike and everybody else, you hand them the invitations, and the butler does the same with you. He introduces you to the rest of the guests in the ballroom. So now you guys are over here. There we go. And don't mind the resolution. It's not fuzzy for you. It's just fuzzy because the image is so small. And I had to blow it up. So you're not high or anything. That's just the way it looks. All right. So the party is in full swing. You guys see a essentially a buffet to the right that has an innumerable amount of different types of food, both exotic and domestic. It has been a long time since any of you have seen fresh fruit before. The best fruit that you can normally get is canned, and even that is very expensive. So you are in luck because they have fresh strawberries with compote, raspberry compote on angel food cake, and fresh whipped cream, and just like anything you can imagine that is like in a luxury item is on that buffet table. You get a fresh beef roast, pork ribs, spare ribs, and you have multiple waiters and waitresses going in between the people dancing and the people sitting at the tables to eat with sparkling wine, various domestic beers, just like anything you could possibly imagine they have available to eat and drink.
Yeah, Leonardo is not like doing any of the negotiation stuff. He's gonna have a field day here. He immediately gets lost the moment they enter in, you know, like he's gonna do everything, like eat, drink, talk with people, dance, woo some ladies, all of it.
Yeah. Is your duck with you?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. They would
It's a
have
party
assumed
trick
it's an
duck
emotional
also.
support animal and let it through.
Yeah.
Okay. So we already know what Leonardo's doing. He's going to mingle and drink and eat and dance. Spike, what is your character thinking about doing? Eating the fresh food. Okay, yeah. You beeline it to that buffet and get the biggest plate you can find and just start piling on all the food you can. And then Corvex, what's your character doing?
I'm gonna try to suss out the richest people in the crowd and see if maybe their coin purse can be a little bit looser. If there's anything interesting on them, I might be able to net.
Everyone here is filthy rich, with the necklaces on the women that you're seeing and the rings on the men's fingers. They are a cornucopia of marks that you could probably procure items from. But I will caution you with doing it too much because there are security on the floor as well, intermingling with the guests. They are easily spotted by you because they have earpieces and they're all wearing the exact same type of suit. They're not hiding the fact that they're security.
Nothing too overt, you know. Go around, shake hands, slide rings off fingers while I introduce myself.
Okay.
And then move over to the food table because cow's milk doesn't fill a man.
That's fair. So the first thing I'll have you do is if you're going to be making any thefts, you're going to do that first. So I'll have you do a controlled skulk. If you're and how many times are you doing this? Are you just going to try once for now and then try again later? Because every time you attempt to steal something, I'm going to have you make you roll a skulk. And the more times you try it, the riskier it's going to get. Right now, it's going to start out as controlled.
I'll start with the controlled, but unless I'll do the one now. But unless I see a mark that I can't pass up, I think I'll leave it at that.
Fair. All right.
Oh,
Okay. So you go up to this portly woman who seems to be sitting down in a chair right now. You notice that she is wearing a very large diamond ring on her index finger that could certainly use a new home. And you go to sort of kiss her hand and introduce yourself while trying to slip the ring off, but it gets stuck about halfway on her chubby finger, and she notices that. And she's like, "Excuse me, are you trying to steal that?" This is your chance to use
You
your
come again?
So tell me what you're going to say first, and I'll let you know what roll you have to do based off that.
No, my lady, just concerning your voluptuous size and this wonderful ring, I couldn't help but catch my eye on it and have to take a closer look. It looks dashing on your hands.
All right. Roll a controlled sway for that.
I take the fatty home, though.
She believes you for now. With the smooth talk that you provided her, she seems to just let it go. So you did try to attempt. Unfortunately, you didn't get away with that at this time. You can certainly try again another time. But for now, I figured you probably just want to eat, drink, and be merry.
Correct.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. So the party is in full swing right now. You do end up getting approached about halfway through the party after you've had your fill of food, dance, and drink. The gentleman introduces himself as Mr. Forsyth. He is the gentleman who owns the mansion and is throwing this party. And he says when you're ready, he would like you to meet him in his study so he can go over the job that he has for you.
Well, Silas is good to go. He has not been having too much fun. What's it?
Okay. So, Corvax, are you ready to see what this job's about, or did you want to make another attempt to procure some items?
We can go check on the job. I don't want to. Doesn't want to take any more risks, considering the portly woman is still about.
Fair enough. Okay. And then, Spike, are you good to go?
I need to roll to see if I lose control and get pissed.
Got it.
Also, Smack, sorry, because this counts as vice, because pleasure it still goes on with the thing. Do I also need to roll for that?
You two are both indulging in your vices right now, so yes, you do make a roll to try and keep your self together. And if you do that, I believe you actually get XP for that. I'm just going to double check because I think that's one of the playbook advancements. You struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. So, yep, both of you can make your rolls for that. And if you succeed, then you can mark off a single XP.
What roll do we make?
So that would be, I believe it is...
the stat with no...
The lowest stat that you have.
Oh, the lowest stat.
Yeah, so that would be Scramble.
Nice.
You've got 1 in that. Okay, so you got 3.
Yeah, I've got 1 in Scramble.
Only 1 stress left. Nice.
Scramble. Hey, 1!
So
I am laid out.
So what I will say right now is, let's see here. Let's first deal with Leo. Leo, I need you to actually re-roll it. So you would either choose scrap or sway. You wouldn't click the category. You'd click the actual ability for that.
Okay, I'll go with. Wait, do I apply these?
It's just a single die roll that you have to do.
Okay. Just because do I deduce now what I rolled in prowess, or I do that after this roll?
So you aren't supposed to make any adjustment right now. You're just looking to see if you can keep your shit together. There is no reduction in stress for this. It is a check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you said sway or
scrap, because you have only 1 point in one.
Yeah,
I think can you just press indulge advice? Hang on, let's just try that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why aren't you guys just doing indulge?
Yeah, you can just indulge.
Yeah,
you can just indulge
click
advice.
that would work fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So click your vice.
It's 2.
No. Hit indulge vice. It's right.
Yeah,
Sounds right.
doesn't matter.
Just under
As long as you roll one
your
die.
look and background on the left-hand side of your character sheet.
Yeah, found it. It's
Perfect. All right, so you got a
Yeah.
6, and clear an amount of stress equal to the highest die result. Okay, so you don't clear anything, but you do indulge in your vice, and you do succeed in that spike, but you succeeded with style on that. So let me check the rules on that, because you might actually be able to reduce some of the stress you took. if you got a 6.
No, it's wait, what?
Let me just double check that here.
Well, he's clearing his vice by indulging, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you
you're
don't get
So
to
he
equals to
clears
that.
the amount on the die. He cleared one over, so he's
Yeah,
Yeah,
over
he
indulging.
overindulges.
he's
Yeah, he goes.
overindulges.
yes.
Okay.
I overindulge, yes.
Okay.
That's right, yes.
So he's down to 0 stress,
Okay.
but he's kind of lost in the sauce at the moment.
Yeah. If you overindulge, the vice is not a reliable, controllable habit. It's a risk. When you overindulge, you make a bad call because of your vice in acquiring it or while under its influence. To bring the effect to this bad decision into the game, select your overindulgence from a list. Okay. So, you have overindulged, so you have 3 choices. You have rash action, which reduces your stash by 4, or if you can't or won't, the crew takes 2 debt. You have big talk. You can brag about your exploits. The crew gains 2 heat in the current system. Or you can, it's called Lost. Your character vanishes for a few weeks. Play a different character until this one returns from their bender. When your character returns, they have also healed any harm.
I was
Okay,
gonna say
let's
that
go.
one might be the best one of just, hey, disappear for a bit, and we'll just say, if
Yeah.
allowed, just come back next session.
a couple of weeks.
There goes the real campaign.
Jeez, these overindulgences are excessive. Like, what the heck?
Okay, let's go. Let's
Like
go
I
through
said,
the list
just, like,
again.
overindulge, clear everything, and then we'll just have him like reappear next game, like appearing out of the woodwork, essentially.
I think the best 2 options are either rash action or big talk at this point.
Oh, it's got to be big talk.
Okay, so big talk. Your crew gains 2 heat in the current system. I will mark that on the ship. I believe I can do it there.
Oh no, we're getting pirates after us.
When are we not getting pirates after us?
You know,
we get the
you
feds
know what
after us.
happened in Alpha Centauri 5? That was me, baby. It's like, what do you mean that was you?
Wow.
Half the
I mean-
planet cracked in half. It's like, yep, all me.
I like, in my original employment, I would probably be involved in various unpleasant operations,
True.
and rather, I mean, normally I drink to forget about what I've done, but I've drunk so much, I'm probably boasting about what I've done.
Yeah, you are being way too informal with a bunch of random rich people, and you're
Yeah.
talking about your exploits in and around the system that they're
Yeah.
in. So yeah, we'll say that an individual overhears your exploits, and that may come back to you later. But for now, I'm just going to put +2 heat. You guys are currently in. I'm just going to double check the system you're in. So I
Yeah,
can
this
mark
stuff
it down.
this stuff was supposed to be secret.
Yeah. So
I'm
+2
just
heat.
slapping it
in,
everywhere.
IOTA system. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know. All right, so that's sorted. Now going to Leo's character. You indulged with a dice of 3, and your current stress at the time was, I think it was, you've overindulged as
4,
well.
it says right
it was 4?
below my. Yeah, it says in the.
Yeah, he rolled a
roll.
3. He has 4 stress, so
Okay.
he just goes down to 1
All right,
stress.
so you're down to 1 stress, and you do not overindulge, so you're good there.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we've got that sorted, and then I'm assuming Silas is good to hear the job as well.
Yeah, basically, while they're out doing whatever, he has just been sitting, waiting until somebody approaches so we can just go get the stuff on the job. He does not really care for this kind of thing. He left, like, the inner core to get away from this sort of shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
Okay,
he's
so
like, all right, job, let's go get to it.
so you kind of have to like grab Spike away from the crowd that's going around, kind of like he's really just embellishing a lot about his exploits, and there seems to be like a small crowd just surrounding him, just like really enamored over his storytelling. But you managed to pull him away just enough to get into the study where Mr. Forsyth is waiting for you. So,
Just leave you on the chair outside.
yeah.
I was gonna say, we just put you on a chair and just say, hey, here, hand you a bottle, just chill, don't talk, just give him a pat on the shoulder.
Start singing just like the old songs from his from New London, just like doing a horrible rendition of Auld Lang Syne.
New London Bridge is falling down.
There you go.
New
so-
London Bridge.
Can't believe it happened a second time.
Oh, it's so horrible. The screams. I remember the screams. That was at the time where Old London sank, so the London Bridge actually didn't fall down and just got submerged.
No. It
Spoilers
turns out
for
New
next-
London was a space station, so
Yeah, so thankfully there was
Cool.
no water leak. at the
yeah,
space
yeah,
station.
it was
Yeah,
it was just the recycling broke down for a week.
yeah. Pretty much. All
Fair
right,
enough.
so Mr. Forsyth will sit you guys down, and he will tell you that his daughter Laurel has been kidnapped by a local gang, and he had heard through the colonel that your particular group is used to taking risky jobs, and he figured this would be right up your alley. Now, he does explain that he has spoken to the local authorities several times. His daughter has been missing for a few days now. It happened recently. When he talks to the authorities, they are too few in manpower to basically go to that complex outside the city and rescue his daughter. So they need more men. Now, Mr. Forsyth does have his own private security, but he feels that he has been fortunate enough for you to have shown up at this opportune time, and he feels that you are better suited for this than his guns for hire. He's afraid that were they to attempt to get into the compound and rescue his daughter may become injured or killed in the process because he doesn't really trust these individuals. They're more like rent-a-cops than they are professional mercenaries like yourselves. So he feels
Of
that
course,
you guys
if
would
there's
be...
anything that we are professional.
Yes.
I say, making sure to avoid Spike, who is currently singing.
Show me the way to go.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
the young Duke of York.
He had 10,000 men. He marched them somewhere. I can't remember.
Yeah. Mr. Forsyth just kind of like side-eye Spike. He's like, indeed. So he will continue. He says that he was able to speak to the sheriff and a couple of his deputies. They would be willing to assist on this endeavor. They also know the way to get to this compound from outside of the city. So the sheriff and his deputies will meet you at the location, just out a couple kilometers outside of the compound, just to make sure that you guys don't spook them. So he also says that he will pay you handsomely for what he's hiring you to do. So he's going to provide you 3 cred for rescuing his daughter alive, emphasis on alive, and he will pay an extra 2 credit if you kill the gang leader that took her. So you guys will get 5 cred if you successfully kill the gang leader and rescue his daughter alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Seems open and shut.
Yep. So you guys
happily
agree
would
to
do
those
that.
terms?
I have no issue with that. I look over to
Yeah.
the rest of the crew.
They're good looking at me.
Spike's
I
out
look
of it
over
at
at
the moment.
Korvax. Is Korvax cool with this? So you're the one
Yeah.
who was looking for the extra job.
There you go. Okay. And Leo, I'm assuming you're good.
He's not around, so if he was invited, he would probably be against it, but he won't interfere with what Salas says. So yeah, he'll just look uncomfortable and nod just slightly.
I just give him the look that I always give of it's a job and we need it.
Yeah, he looks nervously back at him and like we can get killed easily, but your call, you know.
I give him the secondary look I'm well known for of, yes, we could always get killed though.
But
Get
gives
killed
him
on
the
a spaceship.
secondary look back.
We
That
have
says,
this
"Yeah,
very
sure."
long conversation in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just looking
Exactly.
back and forth silently for like a solid 5-10 seconds, and everyone's just standing around
Yeah, like an
uncomfortably
Indian soap
watching the
operas. Yeah.
eye
exactly.
glances going back. He's like, Silas squints, Leonardo goes wide-eyed, and then squints back, and then Silas squints even harder.
And now eventually I just
Exactly.
hold up my hand to him, just like, no. Yeah, we're good. We'll take the job.
Okay.
Yeah, Leonardo nods.
All right, so you guys will meet outside, head to the coordinates that Mr. Forsyth provides you, and meet up with the sheriff and his deputies. So the sheriff, it's just him and 3 other deputies that are with him. He tells you guys that before you go in, they've already scouted ahead. It looks like there may be about at least 10 people that are armed, and it also looks like they are packing up. So they have several vehicles, large vehicles, that they are taking supplies and packing up on. It looks like they are planning on leaving very soon. So instead of waiting, the sheriff would like to go in immediately. You guys are on the cover of dark right now, so it is nighttime. You're in the middle of sort of like a desert area, so it is wide open space until you reach the walls of the compound. So what the sheriff says he will do is he will take his men on the right flank, and you guys will bring up the left flank, and then he will wait for you guys to engage, and he will take that as the signal to bring his men around and flank from the right. And hopefully you guys are able to get through and save his daughter.
Can I assume that I've taken the anti-narcotic drug?
I
I'm
will
so
say
brave.
yes.
It seems rather quick. Are we doing this job right now? I thought this was going to be a next session thing.
So we have about an hour left to go. So okay, I'll take a check on you guys. Are you guys okay in going into a combat? Because it may take longer than an hour. If you want, we can put a pin in it right now because we're almost at the 2-hour mark, and we can continue on next session when we go into combat, or we
I
can
think
try
that
to
would be
run through
better.
it now.
Personally, I think
My
would be better off. It does sound like a complicated thing. We'd probably be stopping halfway through it.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say
yeah, no, I
that
agree.
Yeah. For me, it's
and
fine
us
either,
being
but
in
it
light
makes more
load
sense.
for the party, like having a session of, or like the start of, okay, let's plan this out and then go in, because this feels like very rapidly like just getting chucked at the issue.
Okay, yeah, we can
Yeah.
definitely do that. I have no problem with that. So you guys can come up with a plan. Let's actually come up with the plan now, and
Yeah, that's a
then
good idea.
we'll move it to next session for the combat side. That way, it'll give a chance for Dee Dee to join in as well if she's able to. So okay, let's figure out what your plan is. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a picture of the map. Because they've already scouted it ahead. So you guys would have this already sort of like in place.
I want
this
2 credits and permission to create weaponry. Thank you.
So you guys can, we'll say that you guys are given time to go back to your ship and do your loadouts. So how about we do that first, and then I'll show you what the map looks like, okay?
Oh yeah, okay.
So let's start at the top here. So Corvex, you need to choose your loadout. So when you go into your character sheet, you already have an idea of how that works. It's on the right-hand side. So if you have a normal loadout, you can only carry 5 items, not including the ones that are italicized, because those are free.
I can have all of my 5 and mystic ammo, so I think I'm all set for a combat encounter,
Okay,
at least
sounds good.
loadout wise.
Cool. All right, and then Spike.
Okay, I'm taking Krieger, my 5 martial arts dog, because they're for nothing. A second blaster, a medkit, and armor.
Okay, so Krieger is italicized, I believe. Oh no, it's not italicized. It is. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going heavy.
No, Krieger may not be
Krieger's free?
italicized, but it's in item. Oh, italics don't count for load. Okay.
Yeah, italics don't count.
I
So
thought it was
Krieger
just ones in
would
the
count
top.
as one.
So that would be heavy, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. You'll be slower, but you'll be a very obvious target. But hey, if you're going into combat, that's probably the best bet because you're not trying to be sneaky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, we'll go for that.
Okay, perfect. So you're going heavy, and then next up is Leo. So Leo, what are you getting?
Okay, question number 1. Can I create, or at least rig, an explosive of some sort? A la meter.
You could carry a detonator, but a detonator needs an explosive.
Exactly.
All right.
So can I make some?
So what I will say to that is if you want to make an explosive like a C4 charge, you're going to have to
Something
pay
like
for
that.
it.
Exactly, okay.
So
How much?
you're going to be spending 1 cred of the money that you guys already have to make this explosive.
Up to team, but I want to.
Okay, so team, are you okay with him spending 1 cred to make a C4 explosive type device?
Yeah.
I don't have an issue.
All right.
Make a bomb.
Okay, so you make the bomb. You guys have 3 cred currently.
Can I roll a rig for it, just in case, you know, how well I make it?
Sure. I'll let you roll rig, and if you get a 6, you can add a little extra.
Yeah,
to it,
that's
right?
what I asked, yeah.
Oh, look
Nice.
at that. All right, so what is the kind of extra that you would like to
shrapnel.
put on top? You want to make a shrapnel C4 bomb.
Yeah.
Okay. So the radius of this, I want you to make note of this because I ain't going to remember. So
I'll
you're going to
write
want to
it
write this
down.
down. You make a shrapnel bomb, radius 25 foot.
Written down.
Perfect.
I also have it in my notes.
Good. All right. Shrapnel bomb, 25
Okay,
foot radius.
how
There you go.
heavy is the shrapnel bomb?
So, the way bombs work, I will put a pin in that for now. I don't want to like go outside the rules of the game. I want to check the mechanics of it because we are in uncharted territory. Because I don't think they really allow bombs. And again, this book is extremely vague on how much stress weapons and grenades and all that cause. So we'll put a pin in that for now. Needless to say, it's going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, okay, I want to know how much it weighs because I need to account it when I take my loadout. That's why I asked.
We're gonna say it. Okay, so because
1 or 2 or 3.
it's gonna cost 2 load to carry.
Okay.
This is a big bomb. So what we can do
Okay.
is underneath your character sheet, there is an ad.
Yeah, I can make it, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, there you go. You made it. Perfect. Shrapnel bomb. Perfect.
Okay.
That works.
I'll take the bomb. I'll take Cesare. I'll take the drone. So those 2 are free weight. I'll take
Yep.
communicator. So that's 3.
Yep.
And hold on. I'll go with the normal loadout. So I have 2 more. I'm thinking about hacking tools and a blaster pistol. I think that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'll take blaster pistol and hacking tools.
I do have hacking shares if you wanted to take something else.
We can also do that. I mean, I have fine hacking rig too, so. Yeah, I can't get armor. I don't know. I guess I'll take vision enhancing gloves. Goggles, sorry.
Yeah.
Gloves.
You can be the one that sees in the dark. No one else can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
That's fine.
So that's exactly 5 on a normal loadout. So
Okay.
that would be all.
Perfect. All right, and then.
Oh shit! Sorry. I can't. I need to take detonator. So I don't take goggles. I take detonator. So that's all.
Okay. What I will say is, so far you're the only one carrying a communicator. Who are you going to communicate with if no one else is carrying it?
Oh, they're not. Oh.
So
Yeah, switch it.
yeah.
I mean,
you
I
can
haven't
switch.
taken one yet, but yeah. That's
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, Silas, like if you want to take communicator, both of you can talk to each other, at least. So that
It
would
feels
work.
like we're gonna just be going direct in. I don't think we're splitting the party too much.
No. The
Right.
Well, you
compound I
say
will
that.
say is within shouting distance within that area. So if you have to communicate, you could just yell. You don't need to bring a communicator.
Okay, I'll dump communicator, take hacking tools, just to have a spare one.
Sounds
And
good.
that would be finally all.
Okay, and Silas, what are you bringing?
For now, armor and a blaster pistol.
Okay. So you're
And then I'll
going
leave the rest of the load blank for whenever we need things.
back up. Yes. See? That's clever. Smart. He was like, I totally brought this with me. I was like, okay.
I'm a bit confused. The character sheet says a heavy loadout is 6, but on the book it says 6 to 8.
Yeah, I would go by the character sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it doesn't go up to 8. So
what's the big detriment for heavy?
you're slower and you're more obvious that you're carrying heavy weaponry. So your sneak isn't. If you're trying to sneak into places and you're going heavy, people are gonna really notice you. You stick out like a sore thumb when it comes to that. You guys are going in hot. You don't have to worry about sneaking unless you really want to.
I'll set myself.
Well, there's always a thing that we could go in hot while Corvex goes in sneaky.
There's also
That's
that
So we
option.
provide distraction.
Yeah.
Oh, this
So-
is going to be the perfect time where it turns out Corvax is just a traitor.
Yeah.
Short-lived.
I gotta shoot Spike at least one more time.
What did he do to you, man?
By accident. Totally an accident.
I'll be throwing Leo's bomb at you.
There you go. Okay, so
I
now
don't care if I die as well.
now that we've got those characters sorted, I'm going to show you the map here. So I'm actually going to stream this because it makes it easier than just loading it up. Okay, so share screen. Okay, so that is the area. So you guys are going to be, again, you're going to be pretty much out in the open until you reach the walled off area of the compound. There are several individuals inside, at least 10 that you can see, armed, loading up trucks in the center, where that circle is, and off to the right, and left near the bunkers on the left, and the satellite dish on the right. The entrance to the building, there is 2 entrances, one to the rear in a large building, looks to be the warehouse where they load gear, and then to the far right looks to be living quarters. So based off of that information, also there's a satellite dish, and then the 2 bunkers that could be holding more supplies or even more men. You're not sure. That's on the right. So the sheriff basically tells you that he believes that the gang leader is holding Laurel in the living quarters to the right. So that's why he wants to take the right flank, because he wants to sneak his men around the satellite dish up and towards the living quarters while you guys bog down the people in the courtyard so he can sneak in and get Laurel out and kill the gang leader. But he will say the sheriff was told by Mr. Forsyth, if the gang leader dies either by the sheriff's hand or your hand, doesn't matter, he is still paying you that extra 2 credit. As long as the gang leader is dead, he doesn't care who does it, he wants him dead, and he will pay you for that.
Silas, have you still got the harpoon thing, the grapple?
Grappling hook?
Yeah.
I can if we need it.
I was just thinking, an assault from the front is problematic. If we could get somebody down the side of the canyon on a...
Oh, you're saying somewhere from that right side where there's the staircase?
Yeah. Somewhere where people aren't looking. You know, they'll be looking at us. I mean, this makes me think of Corvax, actually. Corvax going down using the grappling gun while we assault from the front and they don't see him.
I could do that.
What is your loadout again, Corvax?
I've got my dual fine sidearms, armor, hacking tools, Mystic ammo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'm 1, 2, 3. And those are all.
Mystic ammo shouldn't weigh anything. That's
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
I
it's
miscounted.
solid
So
size.
yeah, I'm at 5. I got my sidearms, armor, tools.
Yeah, that's fair. I could grab the I could grab that and then let him borrow it,
Mm.
and then that would keep him under his load level. That would put me up to 4, so then I'd have one more thing for in case of emergency. Can't wait to pull out second detonator.
Just in case the first detonator does not work.
You never
I
know.
still need to wire it, so you know.
Do we have a vehicle that we can use? Because we could do with getting there really quickly. Because they're going to be shooting at us. The less time we spend
Yeah,
being shot at, the better.
We'll say
We do the
that,
airdrop.
Yeah, we'll say that you guys were provided vehicles by Mr. Forsyth. So you guys would have traveled in sort of like an SUV type vehicle, and the sheriff and his deputies would have come in their own. So you have 2 vehicles.
Right. So that's my contribution to the plan. We'll frontal attack while Korvax sneaks down the canyon using the grapple gun, and then hopefully sabotages something.
On the way, yes.
Yeah, so that we get a chance to get in.
Okay. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. And then if Dee Dee's able to show up next session, we'll bring her up to speed, and then you guys can initiate your plan and see how it goes.
What's
Okay. I mean,
what's real quick? What's
anybody
spy
else have
gear?
any plans?
What's up?
Does anybody else have any
What's-
plans?
I'll probably aim to like drop the bomb in the middle of the biggest concentration, so you know that's the main concern for me. Other than that, I can only hack some things, but you know, maybe cameras or satellite dish to disable it or something. But other than that, I'm not that useful.
Keith, what were you trying to say?
I do, since I'm creeping. I've got hacking tools, but I mean I could bring on spy gear. I'm trying to find like what that entails.
So I did post. There's a pinned
Trying to find the link.
documents.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
So pinned documents
Forgot about-
on the Venture City thing, I believe. That chat. It should tell you. There's like a cheat sheet that I uploaded that you can use as a reference.
Here you go.
Disguises, voice modulators, mini cameras, thermal scanners, false thumb, and audio filters. You know what? I will put my fine coat away since that doesn't exactly help me, and I already have armor, and I will take the spy gear. So that way, when I'm creeping, I've got spy gear and hacking tools. I might be able to cause some mischief. But yeah, no, that's it for me.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds you guys have a plan. You're all geared up. Is there any other questions you had before we end the session here?
Did we technically get downtime in between this and the thing?
Yes, technically, Spike and Leo did their downtime already, so that would count towards the end. I'm just gonna have that count towards the end for you guys because technically it's supposed to be done at the end, but we did it in the middle, so meh. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Be nitpicky about it.
Also need to do EXP calculations.
No, it says at the end of the session, but you want to wait until the end of next week?
We're gonna wait
kind of in the middle
until.
of something.
Yeah, let's put a pin in that for now.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, yeah. So just so we don't forget anything, I want to do the XP advancement for you guys right now, and then we'll do it again at the end of the next session, just so we're up to speed entirely. So I believe we already did. Let's start with Korvax. I'll just go down the list here. So Korvax, we're gonna take a look at what we did today and see if any of that applied to your player advancement, and then we'll give you your XP based off of that. So I'm just gonna stop streaming that part here. and then we're going to go into the table. Okay, so for Korvax, on the bottom left, you have 3 different things that you would need to meet in order to fill up your playbook advancement. So you would mark 1 XP in your playbook or attribute, or 2 XP if that item occurred multiple times. So you addressed a tough challenge with charm or audacity. I would say that you got 2 XP for that, because you did use a lot of your sway as much as you could to convince people. So I would mark off 2 for that right now. And then you
I had the
express...
audacity to shoot Spike and gunbutt the other one.
Yeah, you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I would say you got 1 XP for that.
Thank you.
You did not do your vice or traumas during the session yet, so you're at 3 total.
Thank you.
All right, and then Spike. So Spike, let's see how you did here. For Spike,
I addressed a tough challenge with force or threats.
I would say you did that twice.
Yes.
So you get 2 XP for that.
Okay.
Beliefs, heritage, or background? Not really.
Well, I kind of did, because I was going on about my
Oh yes, you
my
did
background
go
as
about
a corporate
so
soldier.
Your
yeah,
overindulgence paid off. You get 1 XP for that.
I
And then you
And I
struggled with
certainly
issues.
struggled
You got
with
1
issues.
XP for that too. There you go.
Hey, I'm filled up.
There
I
you
get
go.
placement. Does that mean I can get an advancement then?
So the way those work is all of those points you got, you put into your category, not your arrows. So you take those little points and you put them anywhere you want. Once the category is completely full, then that is when you get an arrow, and you can put that arrow anywhere you want.
Let's make
So
sure. I
categories.
think we mentioned that last time. Don't you, when you fill up the mark XP in the lower left corner, you get special ability, right?
Yes, that is
Yeah,
an
if you fill up-
alternative option. You are correct. So think of it as like features in D&D. Instead of taking advancement in your abilities, you're taking a special feature that you can choose. So because your playbook advancement is completely filled up right now, Spike, you can choose under a special ability one of those if you want, but you use the whole amount of those to apply to just one special ability. So you can unlock one of those, or you can choose to apply those points to your abilities instead of getting a special ability. Or you can think on it, and
I'll think on it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what I'm doing.
that's fine.
Okay.
So,
Hey.
that's good. All right, so Spike's done, and then Leo, let's do you next. So,
Rigging stuff, because I like created a bomb. I guess that's 1 XP.
yep, you used your XP. You also used rig to fix the door, so you get 2 XP total for that.
Okay. And I indulged in my
And then you
party
indulge,
stuff.
so you get 1 XP for that. So you get 3 total for this session.
Okay, nice.
All right. And then Silas, for you, you address a tough challenge with speed or flare because you got through that ion storm, so you get 1 XP for that.
Gotcha. And then I rolled the desperate action. I already put the 1 XP into there.
Okay. And then you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I'm not sure if I remember anything. You can certainly argue that point if you want, if you remember anything that you did this session that may apply to that.
No?
No? Okay.
Don't think so.
And then struggled with issues for your vice or trauma during the session. You did not indulge.
Are you telling me the door wasn't dealing with my traumas of dealing with Leonardo?
No, sorry. That's a bit of a stretch. But I'm sure
No.
next, at least next session, if you overindulge or at least you struggle with issues with your vice or trauma, we could probably apply a point to that. So right now, just for now, you get the 2.
Okay. And then you can take points out of that to apply to the other bars, yes?
Apply to the categories, yes. So the insight, the prowess, resolve, you move those points into any of those categories. And once that bar is full, then you can put a arrow in any ability you want.
Gotcha. So I can take 3 points out of that, throw that into my prowess that's already half full,
Yep.
and then finally get a 3rd point.
You get a 3rd point in anywhere you want. Also, I will mention, if I haven't already, you do not need to have points in a previous skill in order to increase your other skills. I misread that. I was going off fate rules. This is not correct. So you guys could have like 1 point in one ability, but you could have 3 points in another ability. So you can max out your abilities that you use the most first and then fill out the rest later. You do not have to do it sort of like a triangle.
Okay, also Max, remind me, when you fill up the XP for a specific like skill, like for example insight or prowess, you can reallocate the stuff you got in playbook advancement to this instead of playbook advancement, right?
Yeah, so playbook advancement is, think of it as your banking XP points in playbook advancement. That's your bank.
Oh, okay.
And then you take the funds of that bank and apply it to the category first.
Oh, nice. So I can.
You
for
could
example,
bank your points in there. Yeah, so you don't have to spend all your points in your bank. You could keep some extra if you want, just sitting there for later.
That's great. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. That's good. That's good. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions for advancement that you guys might have?
Do I go for 3 in helm? That's the question. Do I just get the best at helm? Because I can do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. Again, you don't have to make that decision right away. We could wait on that.
I'll hold off for now.
That's fine. Okay, well, I think we're all set for next session. So, yeah, we'll put a pin in the combat for now. Hopefully, Dee will be able to join us, and then we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. That was fun.
Thanks for joining.
Cheers.
I hope you had a good time, Korvax.
Yeah,
And
thanks for almost killing Spike.
Yeah, almost killing Spike, but I'm sure you'll make up for that in some way.
Yeah.
I'll find other ways to almost
You'll,
kill
you'll
Spike.
take a bullet for him.
Have a good day, guys.
All right.
Have a
good
good one, man. Later.
Bye.
See ya.
Thanks, then. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Have a good night, guys.